Hey, this is Tim with I Didn't Wrap My Gift, and this is the news. Now, we're right in the midst of the busiest shopping time of the year with Black Friday and Cyber Monday just around the corner. How big is Cyber Monday? Well, last year in 2012, online sales reached almost $1.5 billion on Cyber Monday alone. Using the internet to purchase goods or services saves considerable time and effort, and also presents you with the widest choice. There are, however, risks associated with online shopping, and you need to take care with what you're buying, from whom, and how to pay for your purchases. There is always a fear that when we give our personal financial information out online, we might be giving it to the wrong person, and this person might do their best to take advantage of us. Not only do we have to worry about mere fraud, but fake websites, fake goods, and lack of quality in those goods. The reality is, online shopping is not going away. But never fear. Online security continues to advance, and there are some valid arguments out there that online shopping might be the safest form of shopping if you approach it in an intelligent way. So, here are 17 things you need to know to stay secure in this shopping season. We're going to start off with some general considerations before you even start to shop. 1. Beware of email scams and avoid clicking on hyperlinks in emails when you're not totally familiar with the person who sent that email to you. Never give out your financial information based off of an email. Any reputable entity, your bank included, will never send an email asking for login, password, or credit card information. 2. Never give out your social security number. Ever. Again, your trusted institutions such as your bank will never ask for it. They already have it. They definitely will never ask for it through an email. 3. Use a strong password whenever you do anything online. Some key things you might want to look at is do not use your username or a part of your username in your password. The ideal password length should be probably about 12 characters. Now your password should include a mix of uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and symbols. And don't use something common such as birthdays, phone numbers, friends' names, kids' names, etc. Those are usually the first things that people are going to start guessing on. When you're going online, there's certain things that you want to look at when you're looking at a website and getting ready to purchase. Okay, 4th item, make sure you privatize your Wi-Fi. If you can get a virtual private network or VPN set up on your laptop, then you'll be better prepared because you'll be surfing on a secure connection when you're out and about. Anyone who may be using digital equipment to intercept your information will find it very difficult to do so. 5. Do not make a purchase in a public place. But if you're going to make a purchase, try to make it from home. If you have to make a purchase in a public place, make sure it's on a terminal you own. Example, your own laptop. Try not to use public terminals such as internet cafes or the public library. If you do have to use one of these public terminals, then make sure you log out after using them and stick to places with free Wi-Fi like Panera Bread or a Starbucks. Now is not the time to look for untested hotspots. When you're surfing online, make sure you're in a position where someone can't peek over your shoulder and look at your information. When you go on a website, there are certain things you want to look at. 6. Stay away from the sites that look like they're poorly designed. If a site's poorly designed, that might be a clue that the merchant isn't planning on sticking around. They might have made their website just with the holidays in mind, trying to scam people out of their hard-earned money. 7. Ensure that you know the contact details of the online retailer. Now, most of the time when you're shopping online, this really isn't that big of an issue because you're dealing with big companies such as Amazon or Overstock. But for lesser known companies, look at the contact details that show phone numbers or physical locations, not just an email. If the only way to contact somebody is by email contact form, then you might want to dig a little further until you get some better answers on how to contact someone if something comes up. Number 8, find out more about the company's reputation. If you're not sure about a company, it might be wise to do a Google search for the company to ensure that there's nothing too crazy written about them. You should have, if the site is established enough, opportunities to read reviews from fellow consumers or see if there's any negative complaints to be found on sites such as the Better Business Bureau website. If there are any questions, then you may want to use the phone number found at the company contact information section to call and find out some answers. 9. Find out about the guarantees, the billing, and the shipping costs before you buy. Take a good look before sending out your credit card information to ensure that there's no hidden fees or difficult payment details. Pay attention to shipping costs. Make sure the shipping doesn't end up breaking your budget. 10. Make sure you understand the site's privacy policy. Now, the privacy policy is the place where you find out how a company will use your information once you're past the initial purchase transaction. Such feature plans more than likely include contacting you with information regarding sales, news updates, or something educational that may add some value or entertainment to your day. Some companies will pass on your information to third-party merchants. This is how you end up getting spammed. In the end, you have to decide how you're going to give out your information. Number 11. Only use a secure website when you do decide to purchase. Now, once you've decided that you can trust a company, make sure that your financial information is not compromised along the way. The best way to do this is to ensure that the online site is using a secure connection. The most common form of secure encryption is known as Secure Sockets Layer, or SSL. SSL will take your information and break it into fragments so that if someone were to try to intercept the message, they'd only get small bits. Nothing of real use. Now, to see if there's an SSL connection, there's a few things you want to look out for. Depending on which browser you're using, you may get a message stating that you're going into a secure connection. When you look into your address bar, you'll see the address make a change from HTTP to HTTPS, with the additional S meaning secure. There should be a padlock symbol in the browser window. If there's no padlock, don't make the purchase. If there's a padlock but it's not on the main page, it may be a fraudulent website, so make sure you watch out. Depending on what browser you're using, the address bar or the name of the site owner may turn green. Now, here's some things to pay attention to during the purchase. Make sure you're careful to enter in the correct information. This is really important if you're ordering personalized stuff. Some of the biggest challenges come from when someone mistypes the wrong shipping or billing information, product code, or quantity. If you're ordering something that's personalized, then make sure that the information you want on the product is clearly labeled so that there's no dissatisfaction once you get the product. Most of the time, customer error is enough to void any guarantees. Use a credit card with fraud protection. Make sure you use a credit card that offers some sort of fraud protection so that in the unlikely case your card number becomes compromised, you'll be covered. Use a secure means of transferring money such as PayPal rather than transferring money to an individual. It's really good to use services such as PayPal when websites are unfamiliar. PayPal allows you to pay for services without giving the individual online merchant any of your financial information. Here's some things to pay attention to after you make the purchase. 15. Record purchase details. Make sure that once your transaction is complete, you make a copy of the online receipt. If no receipt or record is sent to you, then write it down. If you can, take a screenshot of your purchase so you'll have a record. If you have a Mac, that's pretty easy. You just hold down Shift-Command-4. Take a picture, good to go. Once your card is charged, then you can look back to ensure you're not charged something that was not previously agreed upon. Always log out of the site when you're finished. Simply closing out your browser is not enough to make sure your information remains private. If a website required you to log in, then make sure that you make it a practice to log out. And here are some final ideas. When shopping on a mobile phone, use the in-house apps for purchases whenever possible. For example, use the Amazon app if you have a smartphone. If you're purchasing items from another country, then make sure you're knowledgeable about possible taxes or sales duties, currency exchanges, or even the possible legality of the purchase you're about to make. I hope you found these to be useful. Once again, this is Tim from IDidn'tWrapMyGift.com, and you'll be able to find me some unique gift ideas and some pretty useful information on our main site at www.IDidn'tWrapMyGift.com. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon.